Welcome to Florida, guys. Outside temperature 100 degrees, intake air temperature 99 degrees. Jesus Christ. Hey everyone, this is Alex and you guys are watching Automotive and More. So on the truck we did get the trans tuning from PPEI installed, so let me give you a little bit of rundown of how that process was. So overall very happy with that, but let me explain some of the things that happened. So PPEI sent me this this TCM tune early just because I was waiting so long. I was one of the guys who pre-ordered their ECM and TCM tuning for the LM2 and the 10L80 on my 21 Sierra. So you know, I was kind of messaging them as like, hey, can I try out the TCM tune before, since I'm waiting and already paid for everything? They said sure. They sent me a already unlocked TCM, which I went ahead and installed in my truck following their procedures. Now I'm gonna go here through some of the good stuff and some of the bad stuff. So I'll start with the bad stuff first. Sorry guys for the noise. As you guys probably see, I'll put a little clip that I took driving here. Today is crazy hot here in Florida. I think initially when I got in my truck it was 112 degrees was what the ambient temperature was reading. So very hot day. Came here to a shaded spot. So let's start with the bad. PPEI's instructions are a little bit lacking in my opinion. I'll give a couple examples. Their instructions don't really have any pictures, don't really explain a lot of the stuff that you will be seeing on the HP tuner side, either with the VCM editor or with the beta scanner from HP tuners. So there was a lot of room for confusion that I wasn't really a big fan of when I was doing this. I think those instructions can definitely be a little bit more clear. The other thing is the instructions to take off the TCM. Not a huge deal, but they were kind of, making the instructions as if you can reach it from the top. At least on my truck, on a Sierra with my big hands, definitely not possible. What I had to do was I had to unbolt about half of the inner fender liner, and then once you unbolt that, you're going to see your ECM and then your TCM is right behind it. So it's basically a panel that holds one module on each side. Unfortunately, the TCM is on the back side, so I had to unbolt that panel. So that panel has two bolts that go right at the bottom of the panel, and then it has one that goes through the bottom. Once you unbolt that, you pop a couple wire clips that hold some wires right to that bracket, and then you can move that bracket just enough to get you space to unplug and slide that TCM over. From the top, I found it absolutely impossible. There's no way that there was enough space for me to do that. May not be everybody's experience. Maybe some of you guys have some skinny hands with long fingers. Good for you. I'm truly jealous of that. So instructions wise, that was a little bit of a struggle. It kind of left me to figure it out on my own. The other part of it is once I did the procedure, there was a couple things that did not go right according to plan. I don't think this is exactly PPEI's problem or their fault, should I say. I think they were running into some issues with the files from HP tuners, but there was a moment where I had to leave my truck there, and I had to swap modules a couple of times just so I can use the truck and try different things, and I was kind of left waiting for a response from PPEI and HP tuners. Now, in my opinion, the communication could have been better on PPEI to inform me what was going on. I was able to get a little bit more information through calling multiple times and trying to force them to give me some updates of what was going on, which they did. I kind of became a pain in the ass to them, and I do apologize for that, but I do have a pregnant wife at the house, and having a vehicle that's down in case she's somewhere and I have to reach her, it wasn't something that I was, you know, very happy about or patient about at that moment. So if PPEI listens to this, I'm sorry for it being such a pain in the dick, but I just wanted to get this solved as quickly as possible. For you guys that use this as a work truck that needs to be running, you know, the same day or the next day or something like that, just something for you to communicate with PPEI, see if you guys can get everything possible ironed out before you do the procedure. So all right, let's talk about the good. So the good is that once everything was ironed out, everything did seem to go as smoothly as possible, and it was quick. I was able to get one of the guys from PPEI on there. We team viewed. He verified that everything looked good, and once that was done, I drove the truck, and this is my experience after that. So the truck right out of the bat almost felt completely stock. I was like, oh, okay. I wasn't really sure what to expect. I wasn't sure if I was going to be expecting some firmer shifts or this or that. So the first day, even I didn't drive it that much, so let me put that disclaimer there. I didn't feel that much of a difference, but the next few days, I think the transmission was either adapting or something, but I was starting to feel like the truck was feeling like lighter on its feet. I rolled the windows down. I heard like the turbo was making more noise. Then I started, you know, getting a little bit rougher with the truck, you know, putting a little bit more load on it, and I was noticing the truck was shifting a lot less. It was downshifting a lot less. It was letting the turbo do a lot more of the work. The truck feels like it lugs a lot more. It feels a lot healthier. The shifts are much quicker than what they used to before, when you used to like floor it, and in between shifts you kind of felt like a little pause, you know, from the transmission going from one gear to the other. Now it's, you know, much more seamless without being rough in any way at all. But yeah, I love now that it feels like now you can actually tip into the throttle a lot more without the truck downshifting. You can actually feel the torque of the truck a lot more. Now, due to me testing this, I haven't been able to really get an accurate miles per gallon difference, if there's any, because I've been kind of ragging on the truck, driving it as rough as can be, you know, just trying to test the transmission in every single aspect of driving, either on the city or on the highway. To me, so far, the biggest difference is on the highway. It seems like the transmission at speed, when it's in a higher gear, the truck feels like it has a lot more power. I don't know if that's coming from the full lockup of the transmission now, or maybe the resistance to it want to downshift immediately, but now it feels like it lugs around a lot more on the highway, which is really nice. And you can tip into the throttle, and it's not an immediate downshift. You can actually hear that turbo work, and you can actually feel the torque, the low end torque work, without the truck revving into a higher RPM, which as a diesel, that's pretty much what you want. You want the truck to stay where it has the most amount of power for. So a diesel lugging is a good thing. If we were talking about a gas vehicle, we would be having another conversation here. So just before you guys get confused on that part. So overall, very happy. It looks like as the transmission is adapting, it is feeling better and better and better, and definitely a noticeable difference to how the truck felt before. I mean, if I could describe it in one sentence, it just feels way lighter on its feet, like it moves a lot more effortlessly than what it used to before. Before, you used to have a lot more RPM, and it felt like the truck was a lot less torquey. Now, this is just half of the puzzle. Of course, this TCM tune is made to work with the 45 horsepower tune that I purchased from PPEI. So I'm sure once those two are together, it's going to feel dramatically better. And I am 100% sure at the moment, you know, this being on a stock tune, I am not getting everything I can get out of that TCM tune. So it can only get better from here. So wanted to give you guys that update. If you guys want to see, I'm not sure when they're going to send me the ECM tune. I'm probably going to email them on Monday, ask them if they want me to ship the TCM back now or with the ECM later on. So I will keep you guys updated on that. So please like, follow, comment what your thoughts are. If you have any questions, let me know. And I also have a question for you guys, if you guys made it this far into the video at least. My truck, or not my truck, my Banks iDash here for the last few days has not been wanting to turn on all the time when I turn on the truck. Let's see if it doesn't now. And I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if that's a Banks problem or what. Oh, there you go. See, I put it on to be recorded and it works perfectly. But sometimes when I turn on the truck, it does not turn on, it just stays black. I gotta unplug it and plug it back in. All the connectors look good, there's no bent pins, nothing like that. But if you guys have run into anything like that and have a solution or anything like that, did you guys contact Banks? Let me know. I'm curious to see if anybody else is running into that type of situation. But other than that, guys, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Have a good day, everyone.